Hey guys, welcome back. I'm going to do a little recap of yesterday, which was Friday. Show you a few stocks real quick, and then I'll show you NQ. So I'm going to show you Tesla first. Out of the open, signal goes. It doesn't do very well. This obviously Tesla pumped back, so consider this a loss. I actually had two trades in the morning. Took one. I had one win, and I took a loss, and I wasn't using this, but I watched. It's funny because this area is when I jumped in on this trade, and I got pinched and I got caught, and for me I took a loss on this yesterday. So anyways, it happens and happens to everybody, but I had a solid week, and then yesterday kind of didn't turn out so well for me. So anyways, this is a loss. This is a nice solid play here. So I always tell you that I really want to try and get one trade and be done in the morning. So I'm going to consider this a loss for today for Tesla. So NVDA, one of the most important things, and again, just like Tesla, but one of the most important things I got to tell you guys is we got to have a stop loss for when before you enter, and you're going to have to figure this out yourself. Tesla, you got to be careful because that thing could jump $5–10 in seconds. NVIDIA can also move sometimes pretty quick. It doesn't seem to move as fast as it used to, but it'll still run at $4 or $5. So I would say, and that's in a little run here. I would say that you want to have a $1 to $2 stop loss on NVIDIA. So if you got a 40 or 50 delta, you're talking, you're talking $100, 150, $200. So are you willing to spend that? If you're going to do a 50 delta and you want to do $1, you got around a $50 loss if it does not go your way. So, your risk to reward is going to be up to you. I'm always trying to get, on something like NVIDIA, probably $1. Tesla, I want like 2 to 3. I'll take $1 because I actually did yesterday. I took one really fast trade, but I thought I knew everything like some people do, and I took that one. It was okay, not bad for about 15 seconds, 10 seconds. I waited because I was like, I wanted the other one to come my way, and it didn't. So you move on, so you learn. So, anyways, this guy here, I would say, you want to shoot for $1 move, and you got to be able to, cover yourself in case it reverses on you. So this one, you have your signal, and it did not continue, so it does come back. So it ranges back, roughly, let's say 50 cents, 60 cents. So I guess everybody can sit there and look back and say, hey, you should do this and should do that. On this, if you look at this candle right here, this would probably be an area that you would want to have your stop loss. It's a little bit up, you're definitely not going to go all the way up. I mean, you can if you got money. If you say, hey, I'm gonna jump up here, I'm not going to. But something in here, I guess, would be okay. I mean, the reality is if you're going to be right, this thing is not going to turn around and whip back up against you like Tesla did, to me. So you should know, I'll say this again, with this system, you should know soon. I'm going to say within 10, 15, 20 minutes. That's why I said you really want to get out. You don't want to be in this for no hour. So I think 30 minutes is almost pushing it to be in the trade, because the reality is if it's going to go, you got momentum, it's going to go. So I consider this a win, even though the first signal, it popped down and went back up. This has happened like 3 or 4 times this past weekend, some trades that I watched. I seen some stocks. So it doesn't usually happen in futures too much, really, when I see that, but lately the stock's been doing that, so it's something to keep an eye on. But I consider this a win. It's solid. So you got to have that stop loss. So I'm not going to talk, about going all the way up here, but you definitely want to at least have it at this candle high. But you don't think the algos know that, they're going to come and take your stop loss sometimes and pinch you and then rock it down if that's what it's going to do. So a lot of times it'll come and wick you and dunzo like this candle right here. It wicks these guys, takes out all of them, and then reverses. So then maybe people got out now because they're like, oh, I just got stuck. And guess what it did? Whip back down. So you got to have your stop loss up a little bit higher. I'd say $1 to $2 max. That's max, I would say. So I think it was good. It's solid. Okay, let's go look at AMD. Again, I'm showing you the same things, but I don't even know what some of these have done exactly, but these are stocks that are going to have some momentum, and that's what I want. I don't want the stocks that are going to stall. Okay. Same thing with this guy. You know, you enter around not 467, but right around here. You get down about 464.30. Um, it's not a huge move, but it's still a good $1.50 move, let's say maybe. Um, you know, not everything is going to be. Again, I tell you this: not everything is going to be a barn burner. Not. Some days are, some days are not going to be. So this candle right here is a solid candle. You know, I mean, even if you peaked at 466.44, you rode it all the way down to 464. You know, 19, even though you're probably not going to do that. It's still a solid move. It's not close to $2. So again, if you jump in here or you get in here on this other candle, it's still a nice move. And yeah, that's all I'm going to talk about. If you were able and you wanted to hold and going through this stuff, I don't. I want this and I'm done. I don't want to deal with this mess. That's me. We're not talking about the other signals there. At the end of the day, we're not trading here, and I want these. This is a solid signal. It's not again huge money, but you know if you got a couple contracts and you got a 50 on there delta, that's $200 in minutes. So I don't know. I don't think it's that bad. Okay, let's go to. I'll even see what Palantir did. I don't know. Okay, Palantir has a nice signal. Um, all right, so we get in, give or take 137.20. Let's say stop loss has to be up around 138. Let's say it's $1. You're shooting for about $1 move on this guy. So this is nice. This is what you want. You know, again, so you get to 136. You know, when I tell you that that's perfect for me, I mean, yeah, could it be better? Oh yeah, sure, but it's perfect. This is it. This is it. You know, you got 5, 6 minutes, whatever, 7 minutes into this bad boy, and you just got a $1 move. Perfect. Okay, let's go look at NQ real quick. NQ had a few signals where, again, I'm talking about the first one really is the main one for me. This is perfect, dynamite, solid. No matter what, it's solid, and you know, that's all I'm going to say. This is even a better signal because it really took off. This one here had a little bit of a hesitation, but you know, whenever you enter in this thing, you know, you're in this whole area. You got what? Let's say 29,670. So you got 20 something points, just give or take in here. But I can tell you, like yesterday, I traded my futures and I did good. I was done fast yesterday, and you know, my options didn't turn out so good. So it happens. But you know, there's going to be days where your futures are better. You know, and again, not knowing everybody that trades and how they trade. Um, I don't trade them all at the same time, but there are days where futures are going to do better than options for sure. And there's going to be vice versa where options are going to do better than futures. So you got to learn that as a trader. But this guy did good. Let's see what gold did. Well, you got one signal for gold here. Again, gold, when you're talking micros, you're talking regular, there's a lot of money to be made in this, but you got to be fast. This thing really whips around. You can see some of these candles, man. I mean, this is big whip, you know, back. This one here, big explosion down, but look at how it runs back. So, you know, you definitely did well. Again, if you entered and you caught this, it's solid. You made some good money, but you know, I don't really trade gold too much. But anyways, I'm just trying to show you a little different ones. This is what ES did. Yes, similar to NQ, pretty much. I mean, they look pretty much identical to me. So anyways, overall, futures did good. A couple of stocks did okay. Tesla didn't do what it normally does, but if you looked at Tesla yesterday, it wasn't running like it normally does anyway. So, you know, hey, you can't get every day to go your way. You can't get every day to be explosion moves. But when you got a lot of volume, and that's something to watch too, when you have, I love when I see NASDAQ flying around, and I don't really trade ES too much. I did originally, but I just like NQ. So everybody has their own, tastes and what they like. But I think all of them did okay. I would say it's a overall productive. I don't think you could have lost money. Even me, I can be honest and say, hey, I didn't use this yesterday, but I watched it, and I trade many different ways. So I trade watching things. I don't need indicators, and I go off a feel a lot of times. So my options, I was 1 for 1 right away, and the other one got me. My futures, I did good. I mean, I didn't blow up anything as far as like making tons of money, but I'm going through combine, so it's not even something to brag about right now. But anyways, they're solid. I got to wait a couple more days, and you got to go through a process to get to the funding. So it doesn't even matter even if I would have had a bigger day. You can't. You got consistency kind of watching you on that. So anyways, I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. I hope you did well yesterday. God bless you. Thanks again for watching, liking, and subscribing. And please follow for more. If you're new or struggling, I keep saying this. This first strike system is really solid. I really like it. I will always say there's more to this because there is. I'm not going to give away everything that happens with this indicator. There's much more that is inside the indicator, the system that I teach. There's more to it. Not a lot, but there's more to it. So there's more. That's all I'm going to say. It isn't like just look at this and say, hey, boom, boom. There's more in it that needs to play out. And that's why I say sometimes these signals fire when they shouldn't, or vice versa. And I'm being honest. So I hope you guys will give it a shot. I know you'll be successful. You just got to follow it. I was 4 for 4 this week going into yesterday, and then I lost. I mean, and I had perfect week. I did not have a losing trade. I got a little too confident yesterday after my first trade, and guess what? The market kicked my butt back. So it happens. It happens to me. I'm not going to sit there and play this game like some other people and say, hey, I'm making all this money, doing all this stuff. I get out of here with this. I'm not like that. I'm going to tell you, you're going to have your good days and your bad days. Enjoy those good days and accept the bad ones. It took me, I was frustrated yesterday, to be honest. I was mad at myself and really pissed off. I don't like to lose. It's a very hard thing to do and accept, but I'm doing it, and that's why I'm making this video today and going back and just looking at it. I gotta reflect on myself too and say, hey, you don't know it all, Frank, and you're never going to, and you're gonna lose some days, and yeah, it's a hard pill to swallow sometimes because it kind of messed up my day, but I traded my futures good, and I just try to look at the positive and say, hey, I traded good yesterday. I just over traded on something, and it caught me. So we move on. Tuesday's a new day, and again, thank you guys. God bless you. Please like and subscribe. I hope you'll go one-on-one training with me sometime. Take one of these systems. They work, and I'm gonna tell you right now, this first strike is solid. It really is. It's solid. The other one, I'm still tweaking some things. I do have it for sale, but the indicator, I got more to work on, and I'm going to take a look at that again this weekend. So I want to make sure that when I'm talking to you guys that you understand everything. So this indicator is solid. This system is solid. You do not need the indicator to trade the system. Okay. The other one as well, you don't need the indicator to trade the system, but these things will help a new or struggling trader to see things, because sometimes people are visual, right? So even like me, I'm visual. I want to see things, and then I see it, and then I'm able to adapt to it. So I see things with the other indicator that I have to change, even though it's still pretty solid and doing well. This one here, I know that it's solid, and both of these systems are good. So you can rest assured that you go with the system, and I talk to you and I explain it, you're going to be okay. The indicators, I don't want you to always count on. I mean, you really got to see this stuff with your eyes. I want you to visualize this stuff, because That's what's going to make you a successful trader. These indicators are going to help, but they're not going to do everything for you. Some of them lag. And some of them backprint. These don't, but they still can lag a little bit. So I'm more about, as soon as I see something, I'm attacking it, and that's what you got to do. And this is what I'm going to teach you. Not everybody has that speed. Hell, I didn't have any speed when I started to open and close options. Futures are really nice. They're pretty simplistic, and push a button buy, push a sell button. Options are a little bit more. You got to jump around a couple of hoops and stuff like that. But those are all things we learn, right? So I didn't learn it overnight. You're not going to learn it overnight, but it'll come to you. So, anyways, never give up. Keep going. Keep pushing, and hopefully you made some good money yesterday. And this coming up week, be profitable and do really well. So, have a great rest of your weekend. Again, God bless you guys. Thanks for watching, subscribing, and everything is in the description after the video, and we got the website that has a lot on it, daytraderdivision.com. So again, take care, guys. Have a great rest of your weekend. Bye-bye for now.